Okay, so this is my third and last example for the topic about area of a region, the plane. It says, find the area of the region bounded by the graph f of y equals pi squared, and the y-axis for 0 less than or equal to y less than or equal to 1. Now, if we're going to analyze the given function, that is a parabola with vertex at the origin and opens to the right. Kasi itong itsura niya, no? So, ganito siya. We have x equals y squared. Okay? So, ang graph niyan, pag ganito. Okay? And the equation is y squared equals 4ax. So, kailangan lang natin yung other half. Kasi ang boundaries naman niya ay yung function, tapos y-axis, and then yung horizontal distances niya ay 0 and 1. Okay? So, yung other half lang. At kapag other half lang, ibig sabihin nun, pasok pa rin doon sa definition ng area of a region of the plane. We can use the formula natin, na ang formula natin is area is limit summation of f c sub I times delta x I equals 1 to n approaches infinity. Kasi kaya pasok pa rin gamitin yung formula natin kasi continuous yung ating function dun sa interval ni y. At the same time, yung graph of the function non-negative, nasa upper part of the x-axis. Okay? Now, graph muna natin siya. Okay? So, graph natin, we have ganito. Kulang natin yung kalahati, parabola. Okay? Let's say this is 0. Sabihin natin ito yung 1. So, ito yung area na kailangan natin. Okay? And then, ito yung x-axis natin. Ito yung y. Pa tayo dito ng rectangle para malaman natin kung anong gagamitin natin kung upper end point or lower end point. By the way, yung delta x natin is not delta x anymore kasi delta y ito. Okay? So, replace natin yung delta x by delta y dun sa ating formula. Now, ito yung ating y sub I minus 1. Y sub I, ito yung y sub I minus 1. So, ang gamitin natin, upper end point. Okay? Circumscribe rectangle siya. Okay, dagdagan natin. Para maganda tingnan. Yeah. Now, solve muna natin C delta x o delta y and C sub I. Okay. Solve natin yan. Delta y natin. So, ito yung ating, by the way, ito yung ating A equals 0. Ito yung B equals 1 natin. Therefore, delta y equal to, same formula pa rin, b minus a over n. So, that is 1 minus 0 over n. Delta y is 1 over n. For c sub I, we have a plus I delta y. Okay? A is 0, so 0 plus I, delta y is 1 over n. Therefore, I over n ang ating c sub I. Then, we substitute ng ating mga nakuhang values doon sa ating formula, limit summation of I equals 1 to n approaches infinity. C sub I is 1 over n, I over n, f of I over n, times delta y, which is 1 over n. Then, substitute natin yung ating I over n dun sa ating f of x, so f of y. So, we have I over n squared, 1 over n. Then expand, this is I squared sa ibaba, n squared times n, so 1 over n cubed sa baba. So, plus na natin siya. 1 over n cubed, summation of 1 to n, so matitira na lang I squared. Okay? Ilabas ko na yung n cubed. N squared times n, at the bottom is n cubed. So, ang formula nito is, we have limit 1 over n cubed, this is n plus 1 times 2n plus 1 over 6. N approaches infinity. So, this is our area. Cancel. So we have limit n approaches infinity 2n squared expand plus 3n plus 1 over sa ilalim n squared times 6, 6n squared. Okay? Lagay natin into fractions bawat terms. Isa-isahin natin para magamit natin yung theorem on limits of infinity. On limits at infinity, we have limit n approaches infinity. We have 1/3 here plus 1/2 over 2n, 1 over 2n plus 1 over 6n squared. Now, this is 0, this is 0, therefore the area is 1/3 square units. Okay, so that is our answer for example number 3 about area variation in the plane. That is area equals 1/3 square units. So, thank you.